I invite you to connect with the voices of the Bible as we explore John 4:46-54. Picture a father pacing the floor of a grand house in Capernaum. His son lies in bed, burning with fever, slipping away hour by hour. This man has wealth, status, connections to Herod's court, and none of it can save his child. He's tried everything money can buy. Nothing has worked. Then word arrives. The rabbi from Nazareth, the one who turned water into wine at a wedding in Cana, has returned to Galilee. It's a 21-mile journey. The father doesn't hesitate. He leaves immediately. This is the story of a desperate parent, an unexpected response from Jesus, and a 20-mile walk home that would change everything. John tells us this is the second sign Jesus performed in Galilee, the first being the water to wine miracle at the wedding in Cana. John is building something here. He's showing us that Jesus' power isn't limited to party tricks or convenient moments. It works in crisis. It works across distance. The man approaching Jesus is described as a royal official, likely someone connected to Herod Antipas' court. This matters. He's not a marginalized person with nothing to lose. He's someone with everything to lose: reputation, standing, the respect of his peers. Religious leaders of his class were skeptical of wandering preachers, yet here he is, begging a Galilean carpenter for help. 20 miles separated Capernaum from Cana. In the first century, that's a full day's journey on foot. The official had already made this trip once to find Jesus. Now Jesus would ask him to make it again, but this time with nothing but a promise. When the official finds Jesus, he pleads, "Lord, come before my son dies." It's a reasonable request. Come with me. See my son, touch him, heal him. Let me watch it happen. Jesus' response seems almost harsh. Unless you see miraculous signs and wonders, you won't believe. But Jesus isn't rejecting the man. He's testing him. He's asking, can you trust my word without watching me work? Then Jesus says simply, go home. Your son lives. No journey to Capernaum. No dramatic healing scene. No proof, just words. And here's the moment that changes everything. The man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him and set out for his home. Think about that walk. 20 miles of not knowing. 20 miles of choosing trust over certainty. Every step was an act of faith. He could have demanded that Jesus come with him. He could have waited for confirmation. Instead, he walked. The next day, his servants met him on the road with news. Your son lives. When he asked what time the fever broke, they said, yesterday at 1 in the afternoon, the exact hour Jesus had spoken the word. The healing happened before the father saw any evidence. His faith didn't create the healing, but his trust allowed him to walk toward it. Most of us know what it's like to carry prayers that feel unanswered. We've asked God to heal, to restore, to intervene, and heard silence. We've wondered if our prayers traveled anywhere at all. This story doesn't promise that every prayer gets the answer that we want, but it shows us something important. God's word works across distance. Divine healing doesn't require our presence to witness it. Sometimes faith means walking home before we see results. The official couldn't verify what Jesus said. He couldn't check on his son remotely. He had to choose, stay and demand proof, or go and trust the word. He chose trust. What would it look like for you to walk toward home this week? Maybe it means releasing your grip on a situation that you've been trying to control. Maybe it means continuing to pray even when nothing seems to change. Maybe it means trusting that God is already at work in the people and circumstances that you're worried about, even though you can't see it yet. Faith isn't the absence of fear. The official was probably terrified the entire journey. Faith is walking anyway. The story ends with the household transformed. He and his entire household believed in Jesus. The father's willingness to trust became an invitation for everyone around him. Your faith, your choice to trust God's word across distance and uncertainty might be the invitation someone else needs to believe. This week, take one step toward home. Trust the word. Walk before you see. Grace and peace to you.